Commander Zix Thara adjusted her crystalline sensory array as the Harvester fleet descended toward the third planet from the yellow star. Through the bioluminescent displays of her command vessel, she observed the blue-green marbles spinning lazily in the cosmic void. Intel reports indicated a primitive species had recently achieved rudimentary space travel, perfect candidates for collection and processing. "Initiate atmospheric scans," she commanded, her 6 arms dancing across the control matrix with practiced efficiency. The Kethmaran Empire had perfected the art of harvesting lesser species for centuries. These humans, as they called themselves, would join the countless others in the Empire's biofarms. Sub-Commander Velcris approached, his mandibles clicking nervously. "Commander, preliminary scans show unusual readings. The species appears to have eliminated most large predators from their homeworld." Zix Thara's compound eyes refocused. "Eliminated? You mean driven to extinction through incompetence?" "No, Commander. Deliberately. Systematically. Over millennia." A ripple of amusement passed through Zix Thara's chromatophore patches. "Even better. A species so destructive, they've created their own ecological collapse. They'll be desperate for relocation to our processing centers." The fleet engaged stealth protocols and settled into orbit. Within hours, they had selected their first target, a small settlement of approximately 50,000 humans in what the natives called Montana, perfect for a clean extraction. The abduction beams activated at dawn, lifting sleeping humans from their dwellings like a gentle harvest. Zix Thara watched with satisfaction as her bioscanners catalogued their prizes. Bipedal mammals, average height 1.7 meters, no natural weapons beyond primitive tools. Then something went wrong. The first sign was the silence from Extraction Team 7. Their biosignatures simply vanished from the scanner array. "Sub-Commander, establish contact with Team 7, Zix Thara ordered." Static. Then, impossibly, a human voice crackled through their communications array, speaking in heavily accented galactic standard. "Why all picked the wrong town, alien boys?" Zix Thara's chromatic patches flashed confusion. "How are you accessing our communications?" "Oh, we figured out your fancy tech about 20 minutes after you showed up. See, we've been waiting for something like you for decades." "SET, I wasn't just about saying hello." On the main display, tactical readouts began showing impossible data. Humans were moving through the settlement with coordinated precision, carrying what appeared to be projectile weapons. More disturbing, they had somehow reversed the polarity on 3 extraction beams, trapping Kethmaran soldiers in their own containment fields. "This is impossible," Velcris whispered. "They're a pre-spaceflight civilization. They shouldn't understand our technology." The human voice chuckled through the comm system. "Pre-spaceflight? Son, we've been shooting things out of the sky since we invented gunpowder. And we've been taking apart crashed flying saucers since 1947. Did you really think you were the first to visit?" Zix Thara's blood crystallized. "Impossible. Our empire spans 3 galaxies. We would have records of any previous contact with this system. Maybe you would, if any of those survey teams had made it home." The tactical display lit up with new contacts. Dozens of primitive aircraft were rising from locations across the continent, but their energy signatures were wrong. Instead of chemical propulsion, they showed clear signs of adapted Kethmaran technology. "You see," the human continued conversationally, "we're really good at 2 things, killing stuff and taking stuff apart to figure out how it works. Your buddies who crashed in Nevada taught us a lot about the first one. The ones who went down in Siberia helped with the second." Sub-Commander Velcris was frantically working his console. "Commander, I'm reading weapon signatures unlike anything in our database. They appear to be kinetic projectile ceased. One moment it was there, the next it was expanding debris and frozen atmosphere." All ships, execute immediate withdrawal, she commanded. Negative, Commander, came the calm reply from navigation. They've somehow created a gravity well. We're being pulled into the atmosphere. The human voice returned, but now there were many voices coordinating across multiple frequencies. Big Bird is on scope. Range 2000 and closing. Fox 3 away. Confirm hit on the mothership's port engine array. Zix-Thera's flagship shuddered as something tore through their primary drive system. Through the main viewport, she watched in disbelief as sleek aircraft, clearly jury-rigged with stolen alien technology, swarmed around her remaining ships like angry insects. Commander, Velcrus reported, his voice hollow. I've accessed their information networks. Commander, they have entertainment media, abyss exact scenario. Hundreds of fictional accounts of alien invasion and human resistance. They've been planning for this. That's not the worst part, he continued, his chromatophore patches paling. I found their historical records. Commander, in their last major global conflict, they created weapons capable of destroying entire cities. That was 80 years ago, with primitive technology. They've been preparing for war ever since. The human voice cut through their communications again. Why all seem confused, so let me explain something. See, on Earth, we humans, we're the apex predator. We hunted mammoth woolly elephants to extinction with pointed sticks. We killed off saber-toothed cats that were bigger and stronger than us. Hell, we nearly drove ourselves extinct just practicing war on each other. Zix-Thera's ship lurched as another human weapon found its mark. Every animal on our planet is afraid of us for a reason. We don't just survive, we dominate. And now you've given us your technology and shown us there's a whole galaxy full of new things to hunt. The communication array crackled with multiple human voices now. Confirmed. We have intact alien specimens. Teak recovery teams en route. Begin reverse engineering immediately. As her flagship broke apart around her, Zix-Thera managed one final transmission to the Keth Moran High Command. Warning, abort all operations in Sol System. Humans are not prey. Repeat, humans are not prey. They are the predators. Do not engage. Do not. The transmission cut off as Zix-Thera's command ship joined the debris field growing in Earth's atmosphere. Miles below, in a NORAD bunker, General Patricia Hayes watched the last alien vessel disappear from radar. She turned to her staff, her expression grim with purpose. "Ladies and gentlemen, we just learned we're not alone in the universe," she announced. "We also learned that someone out there thinks we look like easy prey." She smiled, and it was not a pleasant expression. Time to show them what happens when you hunt the hunters. Begin Phase 2. We're taking this fight to them. Above the Earth, the stars seemed a little less friendly than they had just hours before. But for humanity, the galaxy had just become a much more interesting place to explore.